For the second one, I start by saying let x is equal to 1.27 and then it's a bar. And this, what does this mean? This means 27 is recurring. Okay, so this is what we get. Now see that because two digits are recurring, if I call this as number 1, because two digits are recurring, I multiply both sides of 1 by 100 because there are two digits recurring. Multiplying. In the earlier example, I told you that because only one digit was recurring, that is why I multiplied by 10. But here two digits are recurring, so we'll multiply both sides by 100. So we get 100x is equal to 100 into 1.272727 and so on, right? So that means 100x is equal to, now if you multiply this, two decimal places will shift. So you get 127.272727 and this will continue, okay, without stopping. Now once we have multiplied both sides by 100, we call this number 2, equation number 2. Now what you do is you subtract 1 from 2. Okay, you subtract equation 1 from 2. So subtracting 1 from 2, just as we had done earlier. So we get this 100x minus x is equal to 127.272727 and so on minus 1.272727 and so on, right? So now you get 100x minus x is 99x, and 127.27.27 will give you this. After decimal, everything will become 0. You will only get 126. So that means x is equal to 126 divided by 99. So this is the required fraction. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
In fact, you can reduce this to a little further. You can cancel with 3 also. 33, and this is 42, and this will further cancel. So this should be 14 by 11. 14 by 11 is the right. Anyway, even if you don't cancel, it still does not matter as long as you can write it as a fraction. Even if you leave it at this 126 by 99, it does not matter as long as you can write it as a fraction. Okay, so let us discuss number 3. Let's see what number 3 here is. Number 3 here is 0.235, in which 35 is recurring. Okay, but 2 is not recurring. Okay, so let us write it. So I say let x is equal to 0.235, in which 35 is recurring but not 2. Okay, so this number can be written as 0.235, 35, 35, and so on. We'll continue in this manner, right? Now the question is, in the previous two sums that I solved, you had all the digits recurring, that is whether one digit or two digits, all were recurring, right? But here you have one non-recurring digit after a decimal. So how to treat this? So remember, whenever you have one non-recurring digit, so we write here, since 2, let us call this 1 first. Equation number 1, x is equal to 0.235. Okay, since 2 is non-recurring, 2 is a single non-recurring digit. 2 is a single non-recurring digit. After the decimal point, point we multiply 1 by 10. Okay, if 1 is non-recurring, because 2 is non-recurring and it is the only single digit which is non-recurring, we'll multiply by 10. If there were 2 non-recurring digits, we would have multiplied by 100. If there were 3 non-recurring digits, we would have multiplied by 1000. Okay, because 2 is non-recurring here, we multiply by 10. So therefore, what do we get? We get 10x is equal to 10 into 0.235, 35, 35, and so on. So that in the next step, you can shift one decimal, get 2.35, 35, 35, and so on. Right? We call this equation number 2. Okay. Now, once we have taken care of the non-recurring part, we now look at the recurring part. How many digits are recurring? We have 2 digits recurring, 3 and 5. Okay, because we have 2 digits recurring, since 3, 5 are 2 recurring digits, after the decimal point, this time what we do is we multiply this number 2 by 100. We multiply both sides of 2 by 100. Why? Because 2 digits are recurring. Okay, remember that we are not multiplying this by 100. We are not multiplying 1 by 100. We are multiplying 2 by 100. From 1, I'll just revise this once again. See, we started with 1. Because there was one non-recurring digit, you multiplied 1 by 10 to get equation number 2. Now, because 2 are recurring here, 3 and 5, these 2 digits are recurring. Because these 2 digits, we multiply this equation by 100. Because there are 2 recurring digits. If there were 3 recurring digits, we would have multiplied by 1000 and so on. Okay. So this we get. Now multiplying 2 by 100, we get 100 into 10x is equal to 100 into 2.35, 35, 35, 35, and so on. So that now we get 1000x is equal to, now because we are multiplying by 100, you shift 2 decimal places, 235.35, 35, 35, and so on. Right? Call this equation number 3. Okay. Now we have got 2 and 3. Now what you do is we subtract 2 from 3. Subtracting 2 from 3. We get 1000x minus 10x is equal to 235.35, 35, 35, and so on, minus 2.35, 35, 35, and so on. So you get 1000 minus 10x will give you a 990x. And this one here, this one will give you 235.35 on both, when you subtract 0.35, 0.35, all will give you 0 on after the decimal. So that you will only be left with 235 minus 2 to give you 233. And so therefore you get x is equal to 233 by 990. Okay. And I don't think this will cancel any further. Okay. So this is, you can leave it at this. So this is your answer. Okay. You have converted this number with 1 non-recurring and 2 non-recurring with 2 recurring digits into a fraction in this manner. Okay, let us see
Excuse
number
me, sir,
4.
I have a doubt.
Tell me.
Sir, how we are getting 233?
If you subtract, let me show you the
Sir, we
subtraction.
will subtract 235.355.
Let me show you. This is 235.35, 35, 35, and so on, right? We are subtracting from 2.35, 35, 35, and so on. Okay, when you're subtracting after the decimal, you'll get zeros, isn't it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
5 minus 2, 3, 3. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So now we proceed to the next one, which is number 4. In number 4, the given number here is, we take it as x. The given number here is x is equal to 0.123, and then you have a dot above 3. That is, you have only one digit recurring here, okay, which is 3, and 2 non-recurring digits. Okay, so that is why, just as we have done here, for 2 non-recurring digits, what do? We multiply it by 100, and then for one recurring digit, we multiply the equation that we get by 10, because we have only one recurring digit, right? So since let us write this first in the expanded form, 0.12333, and so on. This will continue. Since x has 2 non-recurring digits after the decimal point, okay, multiplying, let us call this 1, both sides of 1, by 100, because there are 2 non-recurring. We get 100x. 100x is equal to 100 into 0.1233333, and so on, right? So therefore, you get 100x is equal to, now because you are multiplying the right hand side by 100, 2 decimal places will shift. You'll get 12.333333, right? This is what you're going to get. Call this equation number 2. Now since 2 has, now we are looking at only 2. Since 2 has one recurring digit, okay, multiplying both sides of 2 by what number? Tell me. Can anyone tell me what
10.
number?
10.
Exactly, because
10.
there is one recurring digit. We get 10 into 100x is equal to 10 into 12 point, and this continues. Okay, so next you get 1000x is equal to 123.333333, and so on, right? Call this equation number 3. Now what you do is, we subtract 2 from 3. 2 from 3. We get 1000x minus 100x is equal to 123.3333 minus 12.333333, and so on. Let me give me a dot here. because this continues minus this. Okay, so that means this becomes 1000 minus 100 will give you a 900 x, and on the right hand side all the decimal parts after the numbers after decimal parts will become 0 on subtraction. You'll be only be left with 123 minus 12. So 123 minus 12 is 111, right? So that means your x is 111 divided by 900. Okay, I think this will cancel with 3 also. You can cancel, you can leave it at this, or you can cancel also, no problem. 3 and 3, 7, and this will cancel with 300. So you get x is equal to 37 by 300. So that is the number that you have converted to a fraction. Any doubts on this question?
Yes, sir, I have doubt.
Tell me.
Sir, that line subtracting from you get that one. So what you have did that I have not understood.
Tell me once again. Say a little louder.
Sir, that subtracting from that line. From
Subtracting 2
from
from
the-
3. So you're subtracting
Yes,
this
sir.
equation. You're subtracting this. You're subtracting 2 from 3. That is, you are subtracting this from this. Right. So when do we subtract? When do we write from? From whatever we subtract, we write it first, right? So that is why I've written 1000x first, because we are subtracting from 3. From 3 has 1000 here. And then this is 1000 minus 100x. Now is it clear? On the
Yes,
right hand
sir.
side, you have this minus this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Let us proceed with the next one. We finished number 4. So let us proceed with number 5. Is the number here is 0.0032 with 32 recurring. 0.0032 with 32 recurring. Now see clearly you have 2 recurring and 2 non-recurring here, right? So now you will tell me what to do. Let us first write the number in the convenient form. Okay, so this is the number. Okay, so what should be the first step? Ritika, tell me what should be the first step?
Yes, sir.
What should be the first step?
Sir, since x has two recurring parts, so digits are the decimal
We first
point
look at the
multiplying both
non-recurring
sides.
part, not the recurring part. We first look at the non-recurring part. How many non-recurring parts?
So 2.
2. So it should be multiplied by what?
So multiply by both sides of 1 by 100.
100. Okay. So let us call this 1. So multiplying both sides of 1 by 100. What do we get? 100x is equal to 100 into 0.0032, 32, 32, 32, and so on. That means 100x is equal to, shift 2 decimals to the right, you get 3.32, 32, 32, 32, and so on, right? Okay. Next, we call this equation number 2. Now tell me what should be the next step. Kripa, tell me what should be the next step.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what should be the
Sir.
next step.
Yes, sir. So now we have to see in the next step, we have to take 100x and so 0.32 and that, and then we have to multiply it with 100.
We multiply which one by 100?
So
equation by
multiply
100?
both sides by 100. So multiply second equation with
Second one.
100.
Why should I multiply by 100?
So because there are 2 recurring
Because
numbers
there are 2
after
recurring
0.
digits, exactly. So you multiply, very good. Multiplying both sides of 2 by 100, we get 100 into 100x is equal to 100 into 0.32 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and so on. So you get 1 and then 4 zeros, 10,000. X is equal to, again 2 zeros shift on the right hand side. You get 0.32. Sorry, you get 32.32. 32.32, 32, 32, 32, and so on. Right. So now this, we call this equation number 3. Okay. And now what should be the next step? Sakina, tell me what should be the next step? Yes, do you know? Yes, tell me.
I will say.
Fine. I can't hear you, Sakina. Okay, tell me, Anurag, tell me, Anurag Deo.
Sir, we will do 10,000x minus 100x.
100x. That is subtracting 2 from 3, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Subtracting 2 from 3. We get, that is, now what will you have? 10,000x minus 100x on the left hand side. So 10,000x minus 100x on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we have this minus this. 32.32, 32, 32, 32 minus 0.32, 32, 32, 32, and so on. Right. So now when you actually subtract on the left hand side, what happens? 10,000 minus 100 is, I think, 9,900, right? And on the right hand side, what happens? All this decimal part, when you subtract, all this becomes 0 here. So what are you left with only? You're left with only 32 minus 0. So you're only left with 32 on the right hand side. So that means you get x is equal to 32 divided by 9,900. Okay, you can leave it in this way, or you can cancel with 2 also. Okay, so you cancel with 2 if you want. 1, 2, 6. So this becomes 16 by, and you can further cancel. 2, 8, 2, 4, 7, 5. So I think you cannot cancel any further. You're getting 8 divided by 2475. So this should be your answer. Okay. So we have converted the number with recurring and non-recurring decimal parts into a fraction, showing that it is a rational number. Okay. Any questions on this? If no question, then I'll proceed to the next type of problem from rational numbers. Okay, and that problem here in that next type of problem in rational number that you can get is this kind of question. Find 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3. Okay, now see, this method that I am doing is applicable when you have to insert 5 or maybe whatever number. You can insert even 10 rational numbers between 2 and 3. You can insert 20 rational numbers between 2 and 3. But here they have given you only to insert 5 rational numbers. So, but also what you see here is that you have two numbers that are integers, 2 and 3. These two are integers. You have to insert rational numbers between two integers. So whenever you have to insert rational numbers between two integers, this is the best way of doing this. Okay. What you do is you draw a line like this. Okay. This is the number line. And what you do is at one extreme here, you write 2. At the other extreme here, you write 3. Okay. You have to insert 5 numbers in between here. So how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 numbers you have to insert in between here. Okay. So how do you insert? What you do is for the first rational number, you take the middle part of this part. Okay. Just the middle part of 2 and 3. The first rational number will be what you do is you add up 2 and 3 and divide it by 2. Why divide it by 2? Because you are taking midway between 2 and 3. Okay. You're taking the midpoint actually. Okay. The middle point of 2 and 3. That is why you are dividing by 2. So you get 5 by 2, which is 2.5. Okay. So this part becomes your 2.5. Okay. Or you can write this as 5 by 2. Keep it as a fraction. It will be easier for us to calculate. Okay. Let us keep it as a fraction only. 5 by 2. So this point is your 5 by 2. Now what we need to do is we need to insert another rational number. So what you do here is you see this 2 and you see this 5 by 2 that you have already inserted. You take the middle of these two points, the middle part of these 2 points. Okay. So second rational number is, now what you do is you add up this 2 and you add up this 5 by 2 and divide it by 2. Okay. So now if you take the LCM, you get 4 plus 5 and you have divided by 2, which is 9 by 4 you'll get. Okay. So this point is your 9 by 4. So you have inserted 2 rational numbers. Okay. Now we are going to insert the third rational number. Okay. Now what you do is you insert a third rational number, say between these two, between 5 by 2 and between 3, midway between these two. Okay. So third rational number is 5 by 2 plus 3 divided by 2, because you are taking a point that is midway. Okay. Now if you take the LCM, you get 5 plus 6 divided by 2 divided by 2. Now you're getting 11 by 4. So this point is your 11 by 4. So how many numbers inserted? You have already inserted 3 numbers. Now we want to insert 2 more because we need to insert 5, right? So what you do is you take the point between 2 and 9 by 4. You consider this point now. Okay. So this will give you your fourth rational number. You can consider any actually. You can consider here also, somewhere here. You can consider here also. You can consider here also. But I am choosing 2 and 9 by 4. Okay. So fourth rational number is equal to 2 plus 9 by 4 divided by 2. Now again you take the LCM, you get 8 plus 9 divided by 2. Okay, so this is 17 divided by 8. So here you have 17 divided by 8. Okay, and now you choose a point here between 11 by 4 and 3. This will give you your fifth rational number.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, what if we do 9 by 4 plus 5 by 2 divided by 2.
9 by 4. Yes, you can. I already told you that you can choose a point here also. You can choose a point in between here also. Okay, any point you want. Understood?
Okay, sir.
So 11 by 4 plus 3. 11 plus 12 divided by 2. So this becomes your 23 divided by 8. So this is 23 divided by 8. So what are the numbers? The rational numbers, the 5 rational numbers. Between 2 and 3 are, what are the numbers? First number was 5 by 2. Second number was 9 by 4. Third is 11 by 4. 9 by 4. 11 by 4. Fourth was 17 by 8. And finally, fifth was 23 by 8. So that is your answer. Any questions on this